Hi there, thanks for tuning in again. It's already February, so that means we can have a look back at January and see what happened to me in that period, if you like. And now I just would say follow me and then we get started, okay? Well, in this video I will try to do something differently from the last few videos, and that is that I will record or will try to record myself on a weekly basis again, so that I have small weekly chapters instead of blabbing on for quite a long while at the end of a month when I have to film, or at the start of the next month when I have to film the long video. So that is me trying that. Let me start by saying that last time I mentioned that I have a new camera and that I'm pretty sure that the wind filter is a little bit better when it comes to the sound when it's quite windy. What I've noticed though is that it worked pretty well, except for the moments where I tried to keep the wind away by putting something behind the camera, behind the microphone to keep the wind away. There it really got bad audio. So I will try not to do that anymore and see, and hopefully I don't even need to do anything to keep the wind away. So it was not a successful test, but I will see in the next time. Today it's quite calm, so I cannot test it now, but well, that's that. Otherwise, you might remember that I've gained 3 kilo over the holidays, over the last few weeks when the holiday season was going on, and that is, I don't know what it is exactly. I think it's like 7 pounds or something in that vicinity. So I was trying to get rid of that, and this week I have to say from a true numbers perspective, I was quite successful. So I've lost 2.5 kilo, which is 5.5 pounds. Much of that, though, I don't know if I can really count it into a regular experience, because it was a crazy week. You know, at work I was working through everything that had to wait over the holidays and what was remaining from last year. So it was more to do than I expected. And also I already got 3 new projects that I have to work on. So the next few weeks will also be quite intense, I guess. But that being said, the interesting thing there is that I had to wrap up a lot of things which made me work into the evenings, into the after hours. Not that I had to, but I wanted to get the stuff done finally. So that resulted into me not being able to really work after hours on my weekly video for my review channel, where I do movie reviews and stuff like that. So I had to do that on Friday, and I promised myself, and I made a commitment to post 1 video each Friday there, which I already stretched a little bit by sometimes posting it Friday night, early Saturday morning before I go to sleep. So I pretty much wasn't able to end work earlier on Friday either. So I got started maybe around 8 p.m. on working on my video on Friday. And I was scripting it, I was filming it, editing it, encoding it and posting it all in one rush. So I was done with it after roughly 12 hours at 8 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. So that screwed up my my day and night routine quite a bit. But I thought it was something that I wanted and had to do. So due to that, I was not able to really get a lot of eating in on Saturday, because I was then going to bed at around 9 or 10 and got up at 6 p.m. on Saturday which was close to my intermittent fasting window closing. So I had like 2 hours. So I was just having one meal and that's it. And due to that, I guess I was losing all that weight. Though according to my scale, it was mostly muscle mass that I lost. So I lost body mass, but I gained body fat and lost muscle mass. So I don't know how representative that all is. So it cannot be counted into my experiment of saying, can I lose the weight as quickly as I gained it? Also, I changed my window of intermittent fasting a little bit. So my New Year's resolution was to maybe get up a little bit more early in the morning, because usually I get up around 9, start working between 9:30 and 10, and then work a little bit later. Sometimes I might even get up a little bit later than that, and then work longer accordingly. So my promise to myself was maybe at the latest get up at 8 so that I can start work at 9, maybe even earlier sometimes. But that of course also means that if I'm getting up earlier, I'm more hungry earlier. I'm hungrier earlier, or just hungry earlier. So for that reason, I said, okay, let's just go for 14-10. So 14 hours of fasting and 10 hours of eating instead of 16-8 that I did previously. Again, I cannot say if that was successful or not due to this weird week and that weird outcome. But I will see if that works, and I hope it will. So that is pretty much my update for the first week. I hope I didn't forget anything. If I did, I will do a quick update afterwards or in the next week. So that's pretty much it for this week. Well, as you can see, this week the weather is a little bit milder. I'm sitting here in my jacket, not even closed. It's even a little bit sunny, so that is good. But regarding work, my work was quite stressful again this week. A lot of stuff to do. I didn't really get much preparation done for my video I do each week for my review channel. So last week I told you that I was working, because I'm posting that video each Friday. I was working till 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m. On Saturday to get it done. So this week it was a little bit better. I was doing a little bit more preparation for it, but I was still only done at 4 a.m. in the morning. So my day and night routine is still a little bit off. But I mentioned last week that I try to at least get up under the week a little bit earlier to get my work started earlier. So I was able to do that on some days, not every day, but most of the days. So that is good, but I need to get better at it as well. So what else? I also told you that I was widening my window of intermittent fasting, and I was widening it to 10 hours because due to the fact that I wanted to get up earlier, I was sure that this is the better approach and wanted to see how that works. Unfortunately, I tried, and that is the mistake I made. I tried to get it back again a little bit to 8 hours, and sometimes even try to reduce my calorie intake, which usually is 1,800 calories, and sometimes I was going even below that. So on those days, sometimes after my window closed, I was so hungry that I violated that window and ate a little snack after that. And on other days, because I was reducing, or on other days where I was not reducing the window, I was just having a little bit too much to eat, I guess, here and there. I mean, I didn't overdo it that much, but yeah, I was meeting on Wednesday with my sister, by the way, and we were going to a restaurant, so that might also not have helped. But the other things around, the other days around, I was pretty on regiment, I would say, at least regarding calories. But yeah, we also were watching a movie that day, so it was nice to get a little bit of personal interaction in, because working from home sometimes that is lacking. And I need to do more of that again. I'm yearning for it, and I mean, the good thing is that I have regular video calls via Zoom with my colleagues to stay connected, to just talk and have some interactions. But I want to have in-person interactions more again, and I need to actually pursue that a little bit more. So that is happening there. What else? I mentioned that I was trying too hard sometimes with the weight loss, but I have not talked about the actual weight. So the last week I was losing a lot of weight due to the fact that from end of year till last week I was having such a weird night and day routine and rhythm, so that I didn't eat that much. And that was, of course, creating a false state, I would say. So it also had weird ways or weird values with the body fat and stuff. So this week I got a little bit up again in weight, so like 3 or 3.5 pounds, I would say. But compared to 2 weeks ago, I'm now in a more regular rhythm, I would say, again. So from there to now I lost almost 2 pounds. So I think it regulated itself to a more normal way. Though if I would have not violated the calories sometimes, and also the my eating window, I guess I might have been in an even better position. But I will try to do that the next week, and that is the plan. And let's see how that will work. And that's basically it for this week. This week, I guess my update will be a little bit shorter again, but let's get started. As you can see, it is still quite mild weather. I don't have to close my jacket, but it is raining. It's not sunny as last week. So I will try to keep it short also for myself to not get too wet. My update work-wise, I had a tough week again. It was a lot to do, but fortunately I was able to read up on a lot of stuff that was connected to the 2 new projects I got. So now I at least understand what the task is, because it was not that self-explanatory. And can now concentrate on getting more straightforward, and my head is a little bit clearer. So that's good. Privately or personally, nothing much happened this week, so no update there. As you can see, I'm filming in our small park and not at the graveyard. So I promised myself to be here a little bit more often this year again, because it is a nice surrounding. Even though you might hear some children crying in the background, screaming, because there are some playgrounds around and they are taking advantage of it. So that is that. Otherwise, I was experiencing last week a lot of tiredness, or the week before. I didn't mention that in the last week's update, so I wanted to see if, now that I'm back straight for intermittent fasting, if that helps with my tiredness. And I have to say it's a little bit inconclusive. Some days I was still a little bit tired, but on other days I wasn't. So maybe I'm just pushing finally through that New Year's tiredness. Or maybe it's a combination of both, I don't know, but at least I'm back to intermittent fasting, and it has already shown a little bit of success, because I lost almost 2 pounds this week, and that means I am almost there. Like 2 pounds are dividing me from getting back to where I was before the holiday season started. So I am good and back on track. That is nice. What else? Did I miss to mention anything? I also, as I didn't get out that much due to the weather recently, and in winter that's generally the case, I bought like 6 months ago, I bought a mini trampoline and finally managed to build it and assemble it. It took me that long because the instructions seemed to be quite heavy, and I expected it to be quite difficult on the hands, especially spanning all those springs and stuff. And it turned out to be exactly correct. So it was quite a task, but I finished it yesterday. So hopefully that will also be something that I can do over the week. Try out to see if I can do some exercise there, because as they say, 10 minutes of jogging on a trampoline is equal to 30 minutes of jogging on asphalt. So it should be nice. So I hope I didn't forget anything, but that's basically it for this week, and see you next week. Okay, it's Sunday again, and as you have just seen, I was running into our friend the fox again. A few seconds ago he was still there, but during the recording of my German version of this video he vanished. He just split, so he's gone now. But yeah, so at least I have met him again, which is nice. So what else is new this week? I have a quick update of work-related things. So I told you in the past that my projects are quite confusing. It's a lot of stuff that we don't really know what is our task, what we are supposed to do. I sorted through a lot of things last week. It was a weird and confusing week, but at least now I know what I can get, what I can sink my teeth in come Monday. And that is good. There's still a lot of stuff that is undefined and we need to clarify, but at least I now have a strategy to actually follow, and that is nice. So I also mentioned last time, I think, that I have a mini trampoline that I finally built up. I finally put together and assembled it. So over last week I didn't get much on it. I wasn't really starting properly to work out on it, because I want to read up what is important to keep in mind, so that I don't hurt myself in some ways. But also I just didn't have the time because it was a crazy week work-wise. But yeah, I still plan to do a lot with it, and hopefully that will start next week and I can give you an update in the next monthly video. What else? My beard is getting quite nice, I have to say. So last week I was contemplating just cutting it off completely, just shaving. And in that regard, for my beard, ironically, it was a close shave, because I just recently decided to look up some tutorials on YouTube to find out how to best groom your beard. And after I did so, I think it's looking quite okay now. Before it was wild and I was thinking, oh, that looks not very clean, but now I'm happy again. So I will keep it growing. But my hair, which is also quite long already, I need a haircut, so that needs to go, but my beard has to stay. That is that. And otherwise, yesterday I was at the Fantasy Film Fest White Nights. The movie festival we have here with fantasy movies and genre movies is back for just a weekend. They have a short weekend at the start of the year. They have a longer weekend, a 4-day event in April and May, sometimes going into May. I think this year it's in May again. And then in September, October, they have the long one, which currently is 8 days long. So we have the short one. I didn't manage to get season tickets, so this time around I have to get separate tickets. For that reason, I'm just watching 5 of the movies and not all 10. But yeah, so yesterday I watched some, today I will watch some. So it's good that I already recorded a lot of this video's portion, the other week's portions that I did previously, so that I can edit it more quickly, and that way have more time to indulge watching movies at the cinema. That's basically it. And now we can just directly dive into the weight results. And from last week to now, as you know, the last weeks were a little bit going up and down. I went down 800 grams, which is almost 2 pounds, which is good. And overall from last month, from the last monthly video I posted to now, I've gone from 115.1 kilogram, which is 253.8 pounds, down to 112.7, which is 248.5 pounds. So it's over 5 pounds down, which is good. And I would say now I am back where I was before the feasting over the holidays started. So I lost all the kilos I gained over the holiday period, which is good. My body mass went from 33.3 down to 32.6. And my body fat went up a little bit. I don't know why, because my weight went down from 35.4 to 35.7. And the muscle mass went from 28.7 down a little bit to 28.6. So as you know, those values are not that exact when you measure them with your scales. So I don't know how precise they are, but at least the weight went down, which is a good thing. And the internal fat, the visceral fat, is still at 17%. Hopefully that goes down to 16 again soon. But that is basically it. I'm on the right path. I hope next month I'm losing the same amount, which would be great, because then I have my lowest weight since I started my journey back to my weight that I had before the pandemic. Let's have my fingers crossed for that. But yeah, that's basically it already for this week. I hope everything you have had on your agenda was successful and came to fruition. I hope everything you have planned for February is also great and will come true. So now I just wish us all the best for the next 4 weeks. We will see each other again at the end of February, start of March. Till then, I say as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.